Are you a beginner looking to improve your English listening skills? You're in the right place. In this series, we'll help you train your ears, expand your vocabulary, and boost your confidence step by step. With fun and engaging content, you'll understand English more naturally and speak with ease. Today, we'll start with the daily routine of a young photographer. So, put on your headphones, relax, and let's get started.
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to have the opportunity to stand here and share with you a typical day in my life. My name is Andrew, and I am a freelance photographer who works from home. I am 32 years old, happily married, and a father of a 3-year-old son. The most exciting news is that my wife is pregnant with our second child. For me, family is the most important thing, and I always try to organize my work so that I can spend as much time as possible with my wife and son. Today, I'd like to share my daily routine. A day in the life of a man who loves his work, values his family, and enjoys taking care of his child. I usually wake up around 6 a.m. before the rest of my family to have a little time for myself. The first thing I do is make a cup of coffee, sit at my desk, and check my work emails or edit some photos from previous shoots. This quiet time helps me focus and mentally prepare for the day ahead. At around 6:30 a.m., I go to my son's room to wake him up and help him get ready for the day. I assist him in brushing his teeth, washing his face, and getting dressed. Then, at 7 a.m., I drop him off at school. He has both breakfast and lunch at school, which gives me more time to concentrate on my work. After dropping him off, I usually pick up breakfast for my wife and me. Something simple like sticky rice or a banh mi sandwich. This way, she can eat quickly before heading to work at 8:30 a.m. After having breakfast with my wife, I officially start my workday as a photographer. If I have an outdoor photo shoot, I prepare my equipment and head out. If not, I stay at home, editing photos, planning upcoming projects, or updating my social media to share my latest work. Being a freelancer gives me flexibility, but it also requires self-discipline to maintain good productivity. Since my wife eats lunch at her office, I usually have lunch alone or meet up with friends if I get the chance. After eating, I take about 30 minutes to rest before getting back to work in the afternoon. This short break helps me recharge and prepare for a few more hours of work. In the afternoon, I continue editing photos, replying to client emails, or attending scheduled photo shoots. I always try to wrap up my work before 5 p.m. so I can have time to pick up my son. At 5:30 p.m., I arrive at his school. This is one of my favorite moments of the day because I get to ask him about his day and listen to his funny little stories on the way home. Once we get home, I start preparing dinner for the family. I enjoy cooking, and I see it as a way to show love and care to my wife and son. When my wife arrives home, we all sit down for dinner together, sharing stories and laughing about our day. After dinner, I spend some time playing with my son before bathing him and getting him ready for bed. My wife usually reads him a bedtime story while I tidy up the house or finish any leftover work. I typically go to bed around 11 p.m., but before that, I check my schedule for the next day and enjoy some quiet time for myself. Sometimes, I read a book or I look for inspiration for my next photography project. As a photographer, I always want to be creative and grow. But more importantly, I want to maintain a balance between work and family. That's what a typical day looks like for me. A day full of love, responsibility, and passion. I feel incredibly lucky that I can do what I love while still having plenty of time to take care of my family. Thank you all for listening. Common words and phrases with definitions and examples. Freelance photographer. A photographer who works independently instead of for a company. Example: I work as a freelance photographer so I can set my own schedule. 2. Pregnant with our second child. Expecting a second baby. Example: my wife is pregnant with our second child, and we are very excited. 3. Daily routine, the things you do every day in a set order. Example: my daily routine starts with a cup of coffee and checking emails. 4. Wake up to stop sleeping. Example: I wake up at 6 a.m. before my family. 5. Drop off, To take someone to a place and leave them there. Example, I drop my son off at school every morning. 6. Pick up. To go and get someone from a place. Example, I pick up my son from school at 5:30 p.m. 7. Get ready. To prepare for something. Example, I help my son get ready for the day by brushing his teeth and changing his clothes. 8. Self-discipline. The ability to control yourself and stay focused. Example, working from home requires a lot of self-discipline. 9. Wrap up. To finish something. Example, I try to wrap up my work before 5 p.m. 10. Laugh together. To share a fun and happy moment. Example, we laugh together during dinner as we talk about our day. 11th. Bedtime story. A story read to a child before they go to sleep. Example, my wife reads a bedtime story to our son every night. 12th. Tidy up. To clean or organize. Example, after dinner, I help tidy up the house. 13. Winding down. To slowly relax before bed. Example, I enjoy winding down with a book before I sleep. 14. Balance between work and family. Managing both work and family life in a healthy way. Example, I try to maintain a balance between work and family. 15. Do what I love. To work on something you are passionate about. Example, I feel lucky that I can do what I love as a photographer.
Great job. You're one step closer to mastering English. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and you'll see amazing progress. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us in the next video for more fun and easy listening practice. See you soon. Keep going.